could draw first blood and just turn and walk away, leave a trail of broken hearts behind me in my wake. I'd carve another notch on a gun that has no shame. I'm a cowboy and I've caused a lot of pain. I got a devil's smile and a gold and silver tongue. I can charm the hearts, the soul of anyone. But now the tables have been turned, and you've been a lesson learned. If you're gonna play with fire, sometimes you're gonna burn. 'Cause you rolled in with your guns blazing. You blew a hole right through my heart. You left the fire beside me raging. But when you shot me down with no concern, girl, you've been a lesson learned. If you're gonna play with fire, sometimes you're gonna burn. Well, the good book says, what you reap is what you sow. So now I'm paying for all the hearts I broke, and this karma I deserve is just another lesson learned. As if you're gonna play with fire, sometimes you're gonna.
Correspondent Bobby Randall, along with my sidekick, the ever so famous Dangerous Dave, is here. Everybody. Yep, with his what kind of orange is that called?
Sumo oranges.
That's an Eddie orange.
Yeah, these are supposed to be like some of the best tasting oranges ever. Yep.
Nice. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it looks really cool. Anyway, Captain Kurt's here. Heather Byers, our boss, is up there at the helm, and Fast Eddie here as well. And good morning. I didn't know there was going to be anybody here because we originally weren't going to do this, and then all of a sudden we are. So thank you for everyone. The place is filling right up. And remember, the show's about you all, so that means raise your hands. Anybody here for the first time? Yeah, nobody. Anybody here for the last time? Not coming back anymore. Never had it. All right.
Well, we need to explain why we're here today instead of not being here today. Because,
go ahead.
Unfortunately, our Forever Seeger show is turning into a For Never Seeger show.
No kidding.
Unfortunately, those guys they're Canadian, so they were having difficulty getting flights out. They shut down thousands of flights, and unfortunately, their flight, they couldn't get a flight today, so we did have to reschedule, and we are rescheduled, and everything's got moved. It's the 31st, correct?
Yeah, 31st.
March 31st.
March 31st, 2029. So.
But it'll be here, and everybody will be here.
No, it'll be here this year, but we're hoping to get that worked out. And the reason that the flights were canceled was not because they were from Canada. It was because of the weather. So they had bad weather, really bad weather. Well, I got some buddies in Nashville. Bless their hearts, man. They got hammered up there. I lived in Nashville for 43 years and lived through a couple of those ice storms. And you just stand out in your yard and your property and just watch your trees go and just crash into and take out power and everything else. So our thoughts and prayers are with the folks up there in Nashville. Pretty much a lot of the South Midwest got hammered pretty bad. But
it's not exactly warm out there today.
No, and I was talking with Roger Byers this morning, who is a true live Floridian, and he said he's never seen snow here accumulate. He's seen it snow before, a little bit of snow spitting out of the sky, but never seen any accumulation. I saw on my, and he said he had seen it get down into the teens here, but my weather forecast here does say, where is that? 2020. Woo! On Sunday it says 20 degrees on Sunday night. That's real close to the teens, Roger, right there. On 20. That's awful cold. And
You know, I came down here so I would never have to see snow again.
yeah, well, he said that if it snows, it's just a little bit. You don't have to shovel snow. There is a.
If it snows, I'll just close my eyes and hopefully it'll go away before I
Yeah.
can open them.
All right, boy, we had a great weekend this weekend.
man.
Anybody here for Mark Chestnut? He was here. Mark
Great.
was. They were just guys got so many hit songs. I guess 14 #1 records and stuff.
Whole bunch.
Yep.
His whole show, it was like hit after hit after hit.
Yep.
And his guys, they're just fantastic guys, like old Kerry and Dave, his bass
They
player.
carry the guy that plays rhythm guitar for him. He doesn't feature him in his show. But boy, that old boy can sing. I tried to
Yeah.
hire him here.
He's a good
Well,
guy.
Yeah, he was awesome. All right, anyway, who else was here? I forgot.
Well, Wednesday we had Journeyman, the Eric Clapton tribute,
Sold out.
and that was a lot of fun. And let me tell you why it was fun.
Well, I know why it was fun.
They got me up to play.
Dangerous got up to play.
That was a good time.
And I tell those boys, I said, if you're going to get our boys up to play, you better get ready to get your you-know-what handed to you. Because my boys are going to get up, they're going to play. And if
I
you-
came to play.
If you saw that clip, though, you were giving them
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
guitar lessons by Dangerous Dave. That's what was going on with that. So anyway, if you have a question, raise your hand, and because we're here for that, to take questions. Anything you want to talk about, that's what we'll talk about. In the meantime, we'll tell you what's going on here at the Opry. Morning.
Morning, Terry from St. Louis. I was at the Journeyman show,
Yeah.
and I enjoyed your set. And then I sat through the whole Journeyman show, wishing that Bobby and Dave were playing the guitar for the whole show. And then I wondered when Dave played, which was awesome, if the guy, I don't know his name, that played the guitar the whole show was
Sean.
embarrassed, if Sean was embarrassed.
No, I did
I
hear
doubt
it. He went out and he works at Walmart now. Sold his guitars and took a job at Walmart.
No, that was kind of cool. They had a little like battle of the guitar there for a few
It was
seconds.
fun.
it
Yeah,
was
I mean,
awesome.
not a lot of players do that anymore, where you actually sit there and trade what's called trading eights.
Yeah.
8 bars and 8 bars, and we were just throwing licks at each other. It was fun.
Well, Dangerous definitely lit it up for sure. Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Okay, good morning. I'm Leslie from New York and Connecticut. My husband says he's from Connecticut. I'm from New York. So there you
Yes,
go.
yes, ma'am.
Anyway, okay, did you bring your skis? You're wearing a ski jacket, I see, coming
No,
in.
this isn't a ski jacket. This is a Native American buckskin leather something or other that I bought in Wyoming.
Very
about,
nice,
About
very
20
nice.
years ago, about 30 years ago.
Well, it's very nice. So we want several things. First, we want to tell you that Harry and David have Fruit of the Week or Fruit of the Month. We are going to bring you Fruit of the Week when we come.
Oh, yeah?
So these are called
Sumos.
Subos.
Sumo oranges?
Yep. And then, so enjoy the donuts.
Can you
Thank
eat
you.
these?
We've eaten them. They're delicious.
That you do eat them.
Yeah.
Not,
Yes, you do.
okay.
Okay, and the donuts you can eat too.
You ever
if
eat
you'd
those
like.
oranges out there on those trees coming in here?
Oh, no.
I ate one time, tried to eat it. I used to have a pet squirrel. He wouldn't even eat the damn thing. Yeah, it was awesome. Awful, those things. But these are real sweet and real good.
Yeah, delish.
All right. Well, we'll do.
Anyway, thank you for making our anniversary very special. We really enjoyed every minute of it. You made us laugh. You made us cry. And that song was just amazing, and your jokes were funny. And the song you picked out for us was even better from my husband.
But
He liked it, for the trashy girls.
Attaboy.
Trashy women. That'll do it every time. All right. Any more questions out there? Raise your hands. We've got a special. We'll get over there to you. Just hang tight.
Speaking of their anniversary, that was last Wednesday, and then Thursday we did our tribute to them. We did Look at Us
Yeah,
for them,
did Look at
especially,
Us.
and the rest of the Thursday night show was really good.
Oh, yeah.
How about Jeff Slantz, man?
Yeah, he was
Jeff
killing
and
it.
And John, as usual, did a fantastic job. And Kathy, I really like Kathy.
Yep. I got her
Kathy
booked on a
Pollock.
couple more shows. We have a new show for those of you who don't know it, or those of you watching on Thursdays. It's called the OBO Band and Friends, and it's as simple as that. The OBO Band comes out, we play for a set. Lord knows what we're going to play. And then we have some friends, buddies, and people playing this week. There's a bunch of great folks on here. Eli Rogers will be here. Everybody loves him.
Emma Lang.
Emma Lang. I've not seen her in a long time, and she's coming. She's awesome. And Gage will be here as well. And Shelby will be here.
Yeah.
We have actually four.
She's making
four
it up for missing the last time.
Yeah, she is. She missed it last time. All right, yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning. Susan from Chicago.
Hey, Chicago.
Hello, hello. Mark Chestnut, Sunday night, did not introduce his band members. Could you guys go through and introduce his band members?
I only know a couple guys in the band.
Yeah, me too.
Some guys don't do that, and I'm not beating up on Chestnut. I don't even. He's one of the guys that come here that I don't know. I mean, I know who he is, but don't know him. Some guys don't do that. I don't know why they do, why they don't. A lot of guys. I introduce people here, our light man, our sound man, all that. Nobody does that. Nobody's ever done that. But I do that because we're all part of a team here, and Eddie, who does an incredible job with the lights, is part of the show. He's not the musician guy, but when you come and watch the show, Eddie's definitely a big part of the show. Of course, the sound man's the unspoken hero of the thing. Man, when I hear people walking up behind me.
We finally got our iPad back.
There it is. And I like to. The same goes with everybody here. There's a lot
I
of,
mean, without Nathan and Kurt,
yeah.
it didn't matter how good we sound or bad we sound because you wouldn't hear it because there's no sound.
And you just, I don't know. I've always kind of done that, but guys don't. And some guys are all about them. They want you to come and see Mark Chestnut, and that's it. Speaking of Mark Chestnut, Eddie's got an album there.
Yeah.
Of Mark Chestnut.
Yeah, I hog-tied him back there to get a picture with him because the last time he was here, I had gotten this album, got him to sign it, but he's a tough one to get a picture with.
Well, he's not real sociable. He gets off the bus when they're introducing him out here and blah, blah, blah. He gets off the bus, walks on the stage, plays and sings, and by the time the band's done, he's back on his bus. And and again, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that you have to be out here and be social with everybody. Guys like Neil McCoy are the first guy off the bus, bouncing off the walls all day long, and the last guy
Jimmy
to get on the
Fortune,
bus.
too. Yeah.
But some guys are like that. So tell me about your album, Eddie.
Yeah, it's a live album. It's really cool because Kurt gave me some new things to put on there, but it's got guitar picks on there, and it's got a backstage pass. It's got the Opry, ticket stub, which I always like to do that because then I can remember the date. But yeah, it's really cool. It's a live album that he put out, I think 18, but very cool. But that I'm telling you, Mark really made my day, and I told him that. I said, I was a disc jockey for over 40 years, and I played some of them really redneck bars. And Talking to Hank was not a hit single for him, but it was a duet that he did with George Jones, and man, I played that.
It's a fun song.
It is a kicker, boy. I just made my day when I seen that he had that on the set list. I was dancing up there in the booth, man. I literally was.
To go back to
couldn't
the
control
question
myself.
for just a moment, just like I said, I don't know everybody in this band. I do know Kerry, his acoustic guitar player. His name is Kerry Stone, and then Slim Yamaguchi is his steel player. And Slim has been with him since the very beginning. And a little known fact is that Dougie actually got Slim that job.
Yeah.
Because when Mark first got his record deal, they'd actually called Doug about playing with him, and Doug was an in-demand guy.
Well, he was starting that gig at Disney and
at Church Street Station, yeah. So he actually said, well, hey, there's this other guy. Give him a call, and he's still with him.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
And the drummer, I don't remember his name, but he used to be with the Bellamy's, right?
Yes.
Rocky something he was. I remember that blue drum set. He was with the Bellamy brothers. So and again, I don't really know the reason why some people don't do that.
But he had a fantastic band. His fiddle player was really good. I don't remember his name either, but
No, he was good.
he's been with him for quite a while also.
So that's the answer to that. I
So-
don't know. I don't know. I do it, and maybe you'll get spoiled because a lot of people don't. Nobody ever introduces the guys behind the scenes. I don't think so. Anyway,
Bobby, just so you know, your cardiologist must be missing you.
why is that?
Well, apparently Mary works his office, runs the office.
Yeah.
Her husband just arrived and said the cardiologist instructed him to bring you a dozen donuts. So they're
Oh,
already
yeah,
on the table.
yeah.
He didn't stay, but he wanted to be sure you knew they came from the cardiologist.
Ah,
Nice.
golly.
My cardiologist only says the opposite about donuts for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so far, I go to, I got to tell you a funny story. I go up west every year. I've been doing it my whole life. And for, I can't even remember how many years I ride motorcycle out there. Well, every year I do that, I kind of start thinking about my health. And I think, well, you know, I'm not a young man. And I started doing this back when I was in my 50s. And I said, well, I need to go get a physical. Well, I wanted to have a stress test, I guess that's what it was. I wanted to have a stress test. And they said, well, you know, everything's about insurance too. You ever notice that? When you call the doctor's office, hey, I'm really sick, I'm really dying, I need to get in and see you. What's the first question they ask? They don't say, what's wrong, are you okay? They say, what kind of insurance do you have? Anyway, so I said, well, I want to get a stress test. So I go in there and the guy said, well, we can't just give you a stress test because they just don't do that. I said, well, what do I have to do to get a stress test? He said, well, you got to be having chest pains or something. I said, okay, I'm having chest pains. That was the wrong thing. Then they put me through everything. I had this wires hanging on me and this and that and this and that. In the meantime, I become pretty good friends with the girls at the cardiology office because I'm in there all the time doing stuff. So, but then I go get, now I'm weird because I'm a bit of a hypochondriac. So I go get is it your carotid arteries? Is that how they say that? I get that, done every other year and get my other thing checked. And it's a lot like Eddie. I mean, Eddie, when you kind of get addicted to that stuff if you're not careful because you start thinking, oh, I got to get this. I mean, Eddie gets a colonoscopy every 3 months. And I don't understand it.
It's all about the cleansing.
Weight loss program.
Funny. All right.
So, getting back to the show, is anybody here Saturday for Jay's fantastic Neil Diamond tribute?
Yeah, it was a good
It's
show.
great.
Man, those guys talk about professional. They're so much fun to hang around. They
Yep.
put on a great show. It's just, it's one of the best. You don't realize how many great hits Neil Diamond had till you watch his show.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
it's like hit after hit after hit again.
Well,
All right.
one of the cool things, I got just real quick on this one, on that one, when you said that, is two of the guys in this band had never been here. You know, we've had Jay here quite a few years. And two of the guys, when the first one's in the door before Jay got here, and they said, oh, you have an opening band? And I said, well, we no longer have an opening band. We have a super group.
Yeah, that's right. We make them earn their money when they get here. Is Neil Diamond his real name? Does anybody know that? I don't think it is. I think he's, it's not. I don't think it is. I wish Davey can
I'm going to have to look that up.
Google that. I don't think Neil Diamond is his real name. I think it's kind of like John Denver's real name is John Hendricks Dinkelbusch or something, Dusseldorf.
Dushendorf.
Yeah, douche, not douche, dues.
Holy cow.
Dues, what?
Neil Leslie Diamond
Oh, that's his name?
is his honest to God name.
Yeah, I saw that. Anybody see American Idol last night? Yep. Our own Chloe Grace was on there. That's all I'll say about that.
Yeah, we played on that record.
Yeah, we didn't get recognized for it, but we sure did. Anyway, she was on American Idol last night.
Got the gold ticket. All three of them said, go on through.
Gonna go to Hollywood. We'll wish her nothing but love and nothing but luck. All right, let's talk about what's going on this week at the Orange Blossom Opry, everybody.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow night, Mark Hummel will be here.
His All-Star Blues Band.
All-Star Blues Band. And then the real All-Star Blues Band will be here, too. That'll be us, right?
Oh, I thought it was Dave and Mark on the patio.
Who's on the patio?
My buddy Dave Orlick and his friend Mark.
Oh, they're on the patio?
Yeah, they're an all-star band.
Are we not playing tomorrow?
Yes.
Oh, all right. Well, what the hell are we? All right.
We're us.
All right, we're us. We'll be here as well tomorrow. And here's what they're doing, folks, on the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shows up to Stacy Mitchhart. They're doing a BOGO on tickets, BOGO on beer and wine, BOGO on to the bathroom. If you have to go to the bathroom, you can actually take a friend with you.
Got a VIP passes Kurt will
yeah.
hand out
Yep,
to him.
and you can
Hey, between some of these shows, a VIP pass would be pretty
Yeah,
good. in
like,
the bathroom.
like that Disney pass.
The fast pass.
but
fast
only
lane.
during the blues shows or this, and you're both welcome to use the same stall if you want. All right, that's going on for the blues. We talked about last weekend. Tomorrow is a fun show. On Thursday, I forgot what day it is. On Thursday, because we have some awesome people coming this week. So you want to check out Thursday. I'll tell you what we didn't talk about. The Malpass brothers were here. That's who we forgot.
Yeah.
And man, those guys, they're cool guys. You sit and talk to them. They're just normal guys. Some guys aren't normal. Some people are just whacked in the head, nuts. But they're not one of them. Those two fellows are down to earth. They're not too far away from the characters they play because they're pretty much like that.
They're genuine guys.
My wife said, and my wife, who's from Florida, who has a pretty strong Southern accent, said, I never heard anybody have a Southern accent like that before. Those boys got a North Carolina drawl that's strong, but nice boys, nice fellas.
Now
there.
you got to tell your story about your act of charity.
Oh yeah, well, Taylor is his name.
Yeah.
Is a big fan of a certain kind of guitar, and it's called the 335. So not to get too far off in the weeds, but country music years ago, when it first started coming around, guys like Ernest Tubb and Webb Pierce and Ray Price and those guys in those bands all played a Gibson 335. That was a guitar to have. It was the go-to guitar, Gibson, and it was kind of a combination of a solid body and a combination of a hollow body, which was the best of both worlds. And so Ernest Tubb and a bunch of those guys, they all played 335s. Well, Taylor's a big fan of that because they play that kind of music. As a matter of fact, he's got a couple of old 335s that are real famous guitars from Leon Rhodes and stuff like that. Well, anyway, he was back there looking at my 335, which is an Epiphone. And I guess it bugs out now. My wife knows that am I the first guy this year? Am I the first?
No, Keith was.
Keith was the first guy?
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm the second guy to buy a new guitar this year. But as you know, we have a bit of an addiction problem here with guys buying guitars.
Yeah, Keith bought a brand new guitar and already modified it.
Yeah, he did. So he was looking at my 335 and he's going, oh man, this is beautiful and blah, 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 blah. And, I said, why don't you just take it with you? So I gave it to him. And so that's how that went. And
I have no doubt that he put it on stage the next night.
Yeah.
Because that guy, he's a pick and fool, man. He loves to play. He loves all the instruments. He could tell you he's kind of like me in that he knows everything there is to know about that particular guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Because he owns a couple of Leon Rhodes' actual guitars.
It was the first time that I'd actually seen him in what little bit I've been around him where he was speechless. He went, really? Yeah. So anyway, that's my act of kindness. Let's see, I gave...
There was an ulterior motive. You were creating room for a new guitar.
Well, that's what I was doing. I said, because when my wife went back and looked at my guitars, I said, honey, see this big space right here? Like, we can't have that. How can the guy even get up in the morning knowing that place is empty? So at the end of this week, it will be replaced by another 335 and actually a much nicer guitar.
Yeah.
All right, but they're awesome guys. If you get a chance to go see the Malpass brothers,
Absolutely.
they're pretty awesome.
Hey, real quick, I just wanted to say to anybody online, if you're watching online, we do take questions over the internet, Facebook and YouTube. Make sure you're going through, liking, and subscribing to our channels. We have an Instagram page, we have a Spotify channel, and our YouTube videos. A lot of people ask me, can we go back and watch previous shows? And the answer is absolutely. You can go to our YouTube channel, the Orange Blossom Opry YouTube channel, and then you go to, there's a section marked live. Click on that live, and it'll show you all the times that we've gone live, all the way back years. I mean, there's years worth of programming there. So if you want to see a show, or like if you guys want to go back and relive your anniversary song, just go to the YouTube channel, go to our page, go to live, and you can find the live videos, the replays there. And then when you're there, you can actually comment or like and share it, and that'll actually bring our channel to other viewers and other avenues to get us more exposure.
There you go.
So,
And also, Eddie's graduation from high school is on there. That was, what, a
Yeah.
couple years ago, wasn't it, Eddie?
78.
Yeah, 78.
And if you just want to see a specific set of shows, you can go to just the classic country shows and just watch those.
You can
Yeah,
watch
that-
Just the Friday Night Lives.
they're subdivided. So yeah, there's a lot of resources there. Excuse me.
Justified.
You can actually see a lot of those replays on the YouTube channel or on the Facebook channel also. So if you go to our Facebook page, you can go into the live videos or to the there's categories, and you can watch the replays. There's lots.
Let me
to be
just take a poll here. Go ahead,
So
Cap.
with Facebook's new update, they delete our videos after 30 days. So if you want to watch a show previous to 30 days, go to the YouTube channel because YouTube don't delete it.
Let's just take a poll here real quick. It's just everybody here. There's, I don't know, quite a few people. How many people have no idea what the hell they are talking about? Me, 4 or 5 of us here. All right, because I have no idea what all that. You guys are rambling on about all that stuff. I don't know what any of that
We're
means.
just trying to expand our brand.
Well, I understand that, but why doesn't it's too complicated for me. Once I turn it on, there we go. Good morning.
Good morning. Faye Perry from Ocklawaha.
Aquawaha. Good morning.
Just 4 miles down the road.
Yeah.
What I wanted to tell you was the signs that I got y'all for Christmas about the guitars could not have fit anybody. I had to get them all.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, the one you got hanging in your garage right now, and I love it.
Well, thank you for that.
How does she know I got something hanging in my garage? Well, how do you know about
Now,
that?
is that strange or what?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was
It
wondering.
has a camera on it.
Oh.
Took a picture of it.
Yeah.
He
I
was
think I had a
sending
picture.
us a secret message, and it was on the wall, and boy, I just beamed. I got all my children in there. Look, he's hanging up my sign.
Got my sign on yeah, well, no pictures of our bathroom, so we don't know what's going on in there. But
Bobby, do you remember this sign?
yeah, I've got a bunch of them. But I don't know
This
which
is the one about your guitar.
Oh, that's in my garage?
Yes, it's hanging at rest where you gave the big message about the Seeger not coming.
Oh, I don't. But I don't really remember where I live most of the time. All right. No, well, anyway, well, thank you. We have a bunch of signs people gave us that we put up back there in the back, too. Guitar signs and stuff that are all over the back room starting to look like a combination museum pawn shop. Hey, you know what I was looking at, man? Do you know any of these guys? It's Mark Hummel's All-Star Blues Band.
Yes.
Rongo Ravioli. What's his name?
Rodrigo Manitovi.
Well, Rodrigo Manitovi. I didn't get it.
Mantovani. Mantovani, I'm sorry.
Oh, Mantovani.
Rodrigo Mantovani. He actually won the Blues Musicians Association's Bass Player of the Year.
You reckon he'll know Keith Horn?
I bet he knows of him, if he doesn't know him personally.
Everybody knows of him.
Yep.
I bet-
But Anson Funderburg is just an amazing guitar player out of Texas. He's a name that I knew when I was there.
Funderburg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funderburg.
They had a card named after him.
No. That's the band.
Oh, that's Thunderbirds.
Yeah.
So there's now a Thunderbird and a Funderburg.
Yes.
Okay.
But no, he's awesome. Junior Watson is also another amazing guitar player.
And these guys are all here on Wednesday?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have to step up our game.
Wes Starr used to play drums for Sleep at the Wheel.
And Delbert McClinton.
Oh, yeah. So,
We're in trouble, boys. We're in over our head. Let's talk about this weekend. Hey, guys, T.G. Shepherd will be here on Saturday, January 31st, last day of the month.
Yep.
T.G. Shepherd will be here, backed by the legendary Thunderbirds. No, backed by our band, the Orange Blossom Opry Band. We'll
no,
be back.
actually, TG will be here Friday.
Yeah.
And then Saturday is Phil Collins.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what
the-
I, oh,
that's
well,
the
my,
last day of the month.
oh, see, I got it. See what's going on here? I got
Yeah,
it.
the pages got turned.
Yeah, somebody turned the page.
No,
So
TG is here Friday.
Friday, yeah.
And that's a show I look forward to from the moment that I find out that he's coming to the. He was one of my
Oh, yeah.
my icons when I was growing up. I played all those songs a million times, and million different places, and to actually get to play with his voice right next to
with
me
him
is
singing, it'd be
really
awesome.
amazing.
And he's just about one of the nicest guys you could ask for.
Tells the
Just-
coolest stories.
Yeah, just great guy.
Friday's my birthday, so you have my birthday present. You have to not play Neon Moon for at least 30 days.
What is it? When's your birthday? Friday?
Yeah.
So that means Thursday night we're playing Neon Moon.
We'll play it Thursday. We'll just play it like every song.
We'll play it twice.
Hey, how long do you think people would stay in the auditorium if we said, okay, look, tonight's a prank on Eddie. Usually we play, when it's our band, we play 27 songs. 10 in the first set, 17 in the second. And we just played Neon Moon 27 times. Come on, Facebook question. We love you.
This question is from Roger Otto. We saw Sawyer Brown open for Kenny and Dolly in Minneapolis, St. Paul with Frankie Valli. Dolly was sick, so Dottie West filled in.
Yep.
Her hospitality for new acts was legendary. Do you have a Dottie story, and did you ever work with Merle Kilgore?
I have a Dottie West story that I can't share.
Can I?
No, I don't really have any. Dottie was out there a bunch because Kenny and Dolly had a couple of big records too. Dottie. So, the funny thing is Dolly, who was a sweetheart too, they only really had that one big record together, Islands in the Stream, which was huge. But Dottie, they had a couple albums together. I know one for sure. So they had a lot of records. So Dottie was out there a lot. I got to know her a little bit, not too much, but I got to know Dolly a lot because she was there more than Dottie. So I don't have any, I got stories. They were all just crazy stories, nothing good, just fun.
Yeah, but how about Merle Kilgore? Did you ever work with him?
I did with him. He was Hank Jr.'s guy, manager. Somehow that's how I met Merle Kilgore. Merle. And he was a big old boy. He was an artist at one time, trying to do some stuff. I don't remember much of his music, but as I remember him, was managing Hank. He liked our band, and it was because of him that we went out and got to tour with Hank. That Merle helped put that together, and we did about 6 months. It was we would open, and then it would be the Kentucky Headhunters, then Hank. Then the next night, the Kentucky Headhunters would open, and it would be us and Hank. And we did some trade-off things like that, working with Hank Jr. for a while. So I knew him a little bit. So the answer is that. No good stories about, I have stories about all of the people, but I don't have any, nothing that's like, hey, you ain't going to believe this. Just fun stuff. They were all wonderful people. Dottie was awesome. So was Dolly was really awesome person. Still is an awesome person, I suppose. Any more questions? Yep. All right. Moving along.
Saturday is Phil Collins.
Phil Collins Experience will be here. I believe that show's close to being sold out. 2 shows. Extremely limited seats left. And then Twitty and Lynn will be here, the grandson of Conway Twitty and the granddaughter of Loretta Lynn, singing their grandparents' greatest hits. Now, there's a gig, man. I wish I had famous parents. I wouldn't have had to work so hard. You could just go out and sing if I went out and sang my grandpa's hits and my grandma's hits, they didn't have any. So my grandpa worked at Dow, and my grandma.
Be a short show.
Yeah. I find out stories about my grandma after she died. I went, really? So where's Larry Skim? He's from my hometown. Those rumors went around town. Anyway, loved them both. But they'll be here. And the cool thing about that is they're going to have an awesome, speak about world-famous steel players coming with them, and a world-famous piano player are both in their band. So that's going to be something you'll want to see.
Big surprise.
And they won't be playing any of their grandparents' music.
No.
But they're awesome players. So come check out Twitty and Lynn and find out the surprise guests in their band. That's on Sunday, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
See, I'm looking forward to the weekend of Valentine's weekend because on a lighting aspect, I'm looking at this. We have Swingerhead, which is the Sinatra, all that great. And of course, see, the mirror balls were around in the swing days too. So we got a mirror ball Friday night. We got an ABBA double show, which is multimedia
Oh,
mirror
yeah,
ball.
so you can get,
And
Roger
then
will
they-
let you get your mirror
and
balls
then, yeah,
out?
we're digging them out. We're
It's
just
kind of
kicking
funny. He
dust
didn't
out.
start talking mirror balls till Roger took a phone call and left the hall.
Yeah.
Perfect timing. And then, the Yachtly crew is going to be super
February
cool.
15th, that's going to be an amazing show.
Yeah.
Keith is so pumped up for that show
Yeah, yep.
because it's like all his favorite era of music, all in one show.
Great 70s and 80s stuff. It's going to be good.
All right. Well, I'm with you. We have a shot past February 12th. We have a OBO classic country show. If you're a fan of classic country music, I think Alvin Andrews is going to come over and sing a few songs with us. Y'all know who he is? He's a guy that runs around here that looks like Hank Sr. I mean, he doesn't look like Hank Sr. now because he probably looks pretty rough, but he looks like Hank Sr.
Then.
Back then, yeah. It's Hank Sr. before he croaked. That's it. Hank died in did y'all know this? That
West
he
Virginia.
died in 1952 or 51 on New Year's Eve. So I don't know if it was, I think it was on New Year's Eve of 51. And they had gone in just a couple weeks before that and recorded Your Cheating Heart one time, one take, and a couple of those other things. And he never heard them because they released those records after he passed away.
Another Facebook question. People want to know if you've ever worked with Eddie Rabbitt because he also opened for Kenny Rogers.
Yep. Want to hear a cool Eddie Rabbitt story? This is a cool Eddie Rabbitt story. So, our band, you always hear people say, we open for this guy and we open for that guy and we open for this guy. So there's a difference between opening for somebody and being what's called a support act. So on the Kenny Rogers tour, we weren't really an opening act. An opening act is like, let's say, so-and-so's playing here, and we want to put Eddie's band on because we're friends, and so Eddie gets on, and he's the opening act. Doesn't mean he sold any tickets. Usually you play while people are walking in and all of that stuff. It's kind of more of something to talk about than it really matters. When you get out on one of those big tours, you're only out there because you help sell tickets. So there's a big difference between that. Well, we had been the opening act for a lot of people along the way. And we played a couple fairs, and this is all before anything ever happened with us. So we'd played with Eddie Rabbitt a couple of times, and I got to meet him because I was a big Eddie Rabbitt fan. He wrote,
Suspicious
no,
Minds.
not Suspicious Minds. He wrote
Kentucky Rain.
Kentucky Rain. He wrote Kentucky Rain for Elvis. He told me a great story about that. And he also wrote Pure Love, which is a big song for Ronnie Millsap. And if you go listen to songs, all country music songs rhyme and they have ski. Go listen to Pure Love someday. It's the only country music song that nothing rhymes in it. Not one word, not anything rhymes, nothing. Well, anyway, so I was asking him questions like that. And this is back before anything goes on. So we end up on this TV show called Star Search. And they used to have celebrity judges. So the second week, and they were different judges every week. So one week could be somebody in this, and it would be industry people, and the Crystal Gale was a judge, and there was a bunch of people. Well, like week number 2 or 3 of Star Search, celebrity judge Eddie Rabbitt, and so we're all just sitting out there looking, going, "Oh man, should we say anything? We shouldn't tell anybody. We don't want anybody to know that we played shows with him and been buddies with him." And he gave us the most stars you could get was a 4, and he gave us 4 stars. And he was a good guy. So that was my Eddie Rabbitt story. And then that was that. He did open for Eddie Rabbitt, and he was out there. Kenny used to put a lot. Kenny Rogers was a smart guy. So he would go out and we would play average 20,000 seat rooms, auditoriums they are. The first job I ever played with Kenny Rogers, I'll never forget, was the Tacoma Dome in Washington. 22,000 people walk out there and go, "Oh my God." So, but he knew that he couldn't sell out all those 22,000 seats. So he would get a middle act that was doing pretty good, like Eddie Rabbitt. I can tell you all the guys. Eddie Rabbitt was out there. Larry Gatlin was on a bunch of those dates. Dottie West, the Oak Ridge Boys. And then he would get somebody down here that was just starting out in the beginning, and that was us. and we'd be good, so they know how many tickets you'd sell. We'd be good for selling a couple thousand tickets. Eddie'd be good for selling 5,000 tickets. And so this whole auditorium's all sold out. So there's a lot of math and a lot of politics that go on to those big shows. When you see those guys all out there, it's all about putting butts in seats. So we were out there for 2 years straight. Kenny used to work 2 weeks on and then take 2 weeks off. So every night. And so we would work. Now, he had a crew that not hip-hop, but he'd have semis and buses that would go to, like, say tonight we're playing in Chicago. Well, he'd have another crew that'd be going to Minneapolis and setting up all their stuff for Minneapolis. And then this bus would go to wherever we're going the next day. Well, we didn't have that. We had to drive like maniacs all around there. So we worked 2 weeks with Kenny, and then we worked 2 weeks that we would go play bars or play whatever else we had to do. And so we did that for a long time. And then some dude named Garth something came out after us, whatever his name was.
Yeah. I wonder what happened to him.
I don't know. I saw him at Burger King.
Well, something that we skipped over that we absolutely have to touch on, because one of the most exciting shows to come here that I think is going to be the best show is February 7th. We have the Frontmen coming.
Oh, yeah.
The Frontmen, if you don't know, is 3 of country music's biggest bands, lead singers in one group. It's Larry Stewart from Restless Heart, Richie McDonald from Lone Star, and Tim Rushlow from Little Texas. And they're going to be doing all the biggest hits of all those bands all in one show. So that's going to be an incredible night.
Like 3 shows in one.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
I mean, then if you take us into that's 4 shows.
Yeah, and we'll play all the songs by the other bands, all the bands we've been in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that. We should. Somebody talked about that one night. We could do a show of bands that we've been in, because
who's going to sing Cletus's part? Because
you were Cletus.
I played with Cletus T. Judd.
Yeah, for me, we could do the Oak Ridge Boys. We could do, of course, Sawyer Brown. We could do Confederate Railroad. It's really the only bands that I played in. Other guys I played with, solo guys. But if we did the music of all the people we've all played with, we should do that sometime.
We could do a whole night.
Yeah.
We could do a whole night just of Keith's groups.
Yeah. Just the bands Keith playing it. J.R. Reich, right? How do you say his last
Reich.
name? Reich?
J.R.
Like the Third Reich?
Yeah, J.R. the Third Reich.
Yeah, the Third Reich, J.R. And J.R. like the J.R. in Dallas?
No, J.R. guitar guy.
Yeah. Well, he wants. Why does he want you to sing "Driving My Life Away"? Oh, sorry, "Driving My Life Away."
See, now we're getting back to Cletus territory, driving my wife away.
Oh yeah. Did he do that?
Yeah, he did.
What's his real name? Barry Poole.
Barry Poole, yeah.
Yeah, I knew him.
Fantastic guy.
I knew him. Yeah, I knew him back in the day. Yeah. Well, okay. So the Frontman's going to be a great show. You'll all want to do that. Be a lot better if you guys would ask questions now, because we still have about 15 minutes. Yep. Up, there we go. Good morning.
Daryl Schmidt. We come to your place a lot, 3 times a week probably. What's the date of that last one you just talked about?
February 7th, the Frontmen.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you want to come and see that? That'll be awesome.
Just a couple weeks away.
Daryl, what's your last name? Schmidt? Yeah, Schmidt. That's a good Irish name. There was a guy that lived around the corner from me when I was a little boy, his last name was Schmidt. And they were, of course, German. He never spoke English. I went to school with his son. And the weirdest thing about it, we were neighbors. We grew up really poor. We had outdoor bathrooms, and you don't even want to know about all that stuff, in a place called Goat Hill. And a few years ago, what the heck was that guy's name? Anyway, when he died, he left my mom and dad a bunch of money. Not a bunch, but like $10,000 or something.
That's a bunch of money.
I never saw a penny of it. They blew it all on gambling or whatever. But anyway, well, thanks for coming here and spending your time at the Orange Blossom Opry, sir. We hope you enjoy yourself.
We always enjoy ourselves. It's great.
Good deal. All right, we'll keep on coming. Any other questions? We still have a few more minutes.
Well, something important that we also have to say, tomorrow is a historic day for us here at the Orange Blossom Opry.
Yeah, it's our...
Chef Chris's birthday.
Yep, Chef Chris. Chef Chris, our chef, we're spoiled. We are spoiled. We got a guy that makes all kinds of food for us and everything. His birthday is tomorrow. I wonder how old that rascal is.
He's young.
He's young?
Compared to us.
He's young. He's like 70.
Yeah. He's a baby.
That's sad, but probably true. Yes, sir. Good morning.
Merle Reynolds from Northern New York.
Northern.
Yes, way up by the Canadian border.
Yes, sir.
What happened to the orange blossom drumhead?
Oh yeah,
What was the drumhead?
we were supposed to be getting one.
Hey, look, I've been on this for 2 years. When are we going to get an Orange Blossom Opry drumhead? That ugly thing's been here ever since then. Well,
I got a magic marker.
everybody we've talked to has said, I'm going to get one.
Heather says you're number
Oh,
one.
it's on order.
You're number one.
No,
Okay.
boss is
She
giving
says,
me
"Go
a-
ahead." She says, "Go ahead."
Well, we've tried. I don't think
Who's
that,
a go-ahead?
we've got the green light from the boss to get one. I don't think that's the problem. I think the problem is either everybody that we've said that's going to get one has either dropped the ball or ran into something, because the guy from the Bellamy Brothers makes them. We were going to call him. Nathan said, I got it, we're going to get it. So I've yet to see it happen. So we do have a green light from the authority above.
Give it to Kurt, he'll get it done.
Yeah, Kurt,
Yeah.
get it done. He'll get
Okay,
anything
Kurt
done.
gets everything done.
He's getting lights from
even
my
even
Jeep.
if it's the last minute.
Come on, Kurt, get it done.
Even if it's as the countdown is clocky, clock is counting down right before we go on every week.
Yeah, tick tock. Yeah, that's interesting. Well, you know what happens is I forget about it, but we've been on that for a long time to make that happen. So, anyway, a good question.
More
Thank you.
questions over here.
Yep, another question. Oh, a couple over here, or one. Yeah, Mike can't get around quite as fast as he used to. He's getting up there in the years.
Yeah.
Don't challenge it.
Too many donuts.
Hello, I'm Lee from Maryland. and
Hello,
I have
morning.
I have a whatever happened question for you.
Whatever happened?
It seems like a couple of years ago you were very proud of the fact that your band performed the songs the way the original popular version was performed. And I don't see that now. It seems like you've changed the directive to the individual singers without mentioning any individual.
As you would explain that as how?
Well,
An example would be,
okay, I'll have to give you one then. The keyboard player, Dustin,
yeah,
has
he's
a
not
little-
very good.
has a little twist at the end of his songs by Vince Gill, and he kind of goes off into a little different ending to
Yeah.
that song. Is there a reason
Well,
for that?
well, he's epileptic. Yeah, I mean, you can't hold that against him.
Well, is it? If I
He
remember
comes
correctly.
he comes from a more gospel background
Yeah.
than the rest of us. And in gospel music, a lot of times they'll embellish the arrangement a little bit more than an average. Like, I can't do that, so I don't do it.
Yeah,
So, but
Well,
he
can I
certainly
just-
can, and he does it really well.
Can we just say this in front? I mean, he stole that from me.
We'll just give him a new nickname called Remix.
No. Well, no, Dustin adds, I mean, so, yeah, we do all the songs like the record, meaning musically we play it exactly like it. Obviously, none of us are the lead vocal that were on the record. So you can kind of make it your own to your degree, what you want to do to that. Dustin, I would challenge you to bring anybody in here, anywhere, that sings any better than he does. I doubt you'll find that anywhere.
Yeah, the guys in Jay's band, the Neil Diamond tribute, they were asking him back there, do you give lessons like over Skype?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty amazing. So, and I'd say the same thing. I say this all the time in bragging on our boys. I'm not picking on anybody. I'm just using an example. Let's just say Gene Watson, Mark Chestnut, any of those stars. They come in, and the one advantage they have is they have #1 records that were on the radio that you've heard on the radio. But that doesn't, and that deserves a lot of respect, because that's not an easy thing to make happen either. But none of those guys are any better than our band. None. I mean, they've got hit records, but that doesn't mean that they're any better. Our bass player, I put him up against any bass player you want to put up in the world. So, same goes with, anybody in our band. Those guys are all top-notch players that play as good or better than a lot of those guys. Now, we do have our weaknesses in the lighting department, but other than that, no. But
This is normally where it goes dark in here.
Yeah, it sure does. Where's the blackout button up here?
people asking who's on the patio. Hit it, Dangerous.
Okay, well, actually, I'm not sure. I know tomorrow.
Who books the patio?
I booked the patio. I usually put out a Facebook post as to who's going to be performing on the patio. Normally, I do it on Monday nights, and I forgot last night, so I will do it this afternoon. I'll make sure that everybody knows who's going to be here.
That's what most people want to know is that and that.
Yeah, two acts that we do have coming in for the patio.
Speaking of not so good.
Yeah, not so good. On February 11th, for Eric Johansson, myself and my wife Charlene, we have a group called She and I. We're going to be on the patio. So Eric Johansson, make sure to come and see Eric. He's an amazing guitar player, so we're going to be doing a little bit more guitar-centric stuff.
Yeah.
And then on the 25th of February, Stacy Mitchhart is coming in here, and Keith Horn will be on the patio.
Yeah. I'm glad I've had at least 5 people ask me that, and I go, I have no clue. So I'm glad you addressed that.
Yeah, February 25th is going to be Keith's date, and February 11th
They're
will
both
be Charlene.
Wednesdays, yeah.
Both
so
Wednesdays, yeah.
shows.
Well, they can't be, and they have to be Wednesdays days. We're not working. What happens out there when it's cold as hell?
You play faster.
You play faster.
Do they have heaters out there?
They do.
Yeah, they do. For the guys singing too. So this Sunday is supposed to be 21 degrees. Who's booked out there then?
I'm not sure. I'll find out.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, that's going to be awesome. Yeah,
Maybe somebody I don't like.
We'll need. Yeah. You're welcome to play here Sunday night. Yeah, so come on out and see those boys. That'll be funny because the patio will be packed out there to see Keith and She and I. I drove all the way across the damn state of Florida to see y'all.
Yeah, you came saw us in Crystal River.
Yeah, and you know what? They're pretty good, y'all. It was well worth the drive. So, Dangerous and his wife, Charlene.
She does really good.
Yeah.
Speaking of Charlene,
what's that song with Charlene in it?
No, it's
Charlene.
Charlene. No, Charlene.
No, that's Billy Bob. John Deere Green.
Yeah, Billy Bob loves Charlene.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't know that, Eddie?
John Deere Green.
Yeah, John Deere Green.
Yeah.
Written by
I'm not sure who wrote that one.
Dennis Lindy. Go ahead.
Dennis Lindy wrote that. Charlene met Joe Diffie one time, and she's talking to him, and he goes, "Oh, hi, how you doing?" And he goes, he asks her, "So what's your name?" She goes, "My name's Charlene." And he looks at her, and he's just about to bust up laughing. She goes, "Yeah, thanks."
Yeah. Billy Bob loves Charlene. So one time, I knew Joe before he got his record deal. Joe was a demo singer in Nashville. What that means is, let's say you write a song, and whatever it is, but you can't sing. So you have to hire a singer. And that was the case in Nashville. Not so much anymore with AI and all that stuff, but they used to hire singers. T. Graham Brown did that for a long time. Trisha Yearwood did that for a long time. Janie Fricke did that for a long time. And Joe Diffie did for a long time. So that's what he would do. Well, anyway, Joe finally gets his first #1 record. And a friend of mine wrote it. It was called Devil Danced in Empty Pockets. And so I got invited to the #1 party. So I go to the #1 party. Well, at that time, I was working for Sony, and I was doing a TV show on television on TNN. I think I was doing The Wild Horse. Doesn't matter. But so anyway, I get to the thing, and I'm talking to Joe, and Joe said, "Hey, my mom's here." So I went over to meet Joe's mom, and I said, "Oh, nice to meet you," and blah, blah, blah. And I looked at her, and I said, "Oh, what are you doing here?" Now, I know that it's her son and know that it's his #1 party, and it's probably the biggest thing that's ever happened in his life. So I look right at his mom and go, "What are you doing here?" And she went, "Well, Bobby, it's Joe's party," or something like that. She was real sweet.
YouTube question wants to know how long you've been a lead singer.
I have never been a lead singer, so let's say that right now. Never.
You sing lead, though.
So let's see. This whole singer thing is there are people who can sing, and then there are singers. So that's what I say. I can sing, yes. I sang on all those Sawyer Brown records. I can sing, but I sing what I know I can sing. And then there's guys like Dustin, who is a singer. So yes, I sing. One of the things that I do about our band is everybody in our band sings, and they all sing pretty good. And so instead of coming to hear our band and hear me sing all night, or Dave, or any one person, everybody in our band sings. And it's the coolest thing because we can cover a lot of genres of music, because we'll say, "Hey, here's a song," and guys in the band, Dangerous, myself, other people will come up and say, "Hey, you know what? I think so-and-so could sing this song." And so we all kind of bring songs to life that way, and letting other people, letting everybody take a shot at it. So,
Well, that's one of the best things about the Orange Blossom Opry period is that it doesn't matter what you like. There's something here for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we have our Blues and Brews on Wednesdays. We have classic country night. We have great tribute acts coming in. We have incredible musical legends coming in. You know, Gary Puckett, you know, was
Pretty awesome.
just here.
Yeah.
We have acts like the Diana Ross tribute coming up, Forever Simon and Garfunkel. It doesn't matter what you like, you will find something you like here.
a lot
So,
of country
you know.
stuff, though, still.
Yeah,
Still
I mean,
a lot of-
we cater to the country, of
Kinda
course,
cater to
but
the
there is a little bit of something for everybody.
Yep.
Dan from Syracuse. Yeah, you're being very humble, though, because the numbers say that you have redefined the phrase house band. You guys are the #1 draw in Central Florida.
Yeah, well, we may be some of that going on. Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, so what we have that nobody else has, and that's what I think it is I think some people do. I don't think some people do, but the magnitude of without trying to be humble, also, without being humble for a second. Like I said, there's nobody that plays bass guitar, maybe in the world, any better than Keith Horn. So that's just the way it is, and so and Doug Stock is. There's nobody that plays any better than he does. There might be people that play a little different, but Dougie's amazing. It goes the same thing with Dangerous. You see Dangerous get up on stage with these guys in their arena. You know, he's not really noted as being a blues guy, but he'll get up and set in with the blues band and blow those people off the stage. So and it holds true for all of our guys. Randy's awesome. Randy's an awesome singer. So
how about that the new intro?
Yeah. Yeah, well, he's got the new intro in the house here, too. If you all come to the show, that's Randy's voice that we did.
We have an interruption.
Interruption.
Well, you guys are pretty good, but I really come for Eddie's light show.
The light show,
Right. Well,
it's all about the lights.
All of that stuff has come along due to the, I would say, success of the Orange Blossom Opry. We can't take credit for everything, but one of the things that I will brag on is the buyers have because you know it all works as a snowball effect. When we first started doing this, you know, we talked with Roger and I said, Roger, you know, no offense, but this is probably not going to work with these guys. This isn't going to happen. We need to get around to having something that nobody else has. And as that's happened and as the crowd's grown, then you've seen Roger and Heather both take that success and put it right back into what's making it successful. New seats, for example. But the light show, you know, all this stuff costs money. And if we don't make money, you can't do all that. So they've been real good about taking the success of the Orange Blossom Opry and reinvesting it back into the success to continue that. And the lights are part of that. Sound system's part of that. Nathan Smith, I know sound guys. The guy that runs sound for Brooks and Dunn. If you ever go see Brooks and Dunn, you think, well, what? That guy used to work for me. He's a Michigan guy, and I know him really well. Tommy Welch is his name, but he isn't any better than Nathan Smith. There's not anybody that's any better than he is that does what his job. So what you people have here is the cream of the crop, some of the best players in the country, and maybe that's what shows. I'm just a guy that's happy to be part of it. Yes, ma'am.
Leslie from New York and Connecticut.
Yeah, you got to figure out where you're from one of these days, hon. Come on.
Anyway, did you beat 300 on Thursday night, people? Yeah?
I did. We beat 300 every Thursday night. Eddie owes me $3, and I think we're there. I'm trying to get the crowds up on Thursday, boys. We boys and girls. We had a couple of things, and I don't want to get into that, but we had a couple of things. But we're on to a roll now, and we know what we're doing. I think I tried to figure out what the people like. Center Stage is right at it. So you got to get some tickets for Center Stage because I'm right bumping close to 300. So anyway, I think we need to run. You got anything you got there dangerous?
Oh, Charlene had sent me some pictures of the acts that I have on the patio, but they're out of order, so I can't read them.
Okay, so now we're finding out who really books the patio.
No,
who really,
just she
who really
knows.
runs the show.
She remembers where I put the notebook.
Yeah, well, like I said, now we know who's. Eddie, you got anything? Anybody else got anything?
No, you know what? Actually, when you're talking about the buyers and talking about how things have progressed here through the years,
yeah,
and we all, I think I can speak for most of the band and myself and probably Nathan and definitely Kurt, we're really good at pushing their buttons, and you have to be extremely patient type people to be able to deal with what we do. I call it divas. I think we're all divas in this thing. And to be able to manage that diva network is pretty unbelievable.
Well, we're all
preach it, Eddie. Preach it.
Well, we're all weirdos. If you're not in the music business, and I mean in it, it's different people that do this. You're not the same people that go to GM and your job. There's no job security. There is some job security here. If nothing else, man, Eddie can attest to that. Why the hell they've kept him around, I don't know. But maybe he knows. Maybe he's got pictures, or maybe he's got secrets that he's not telling us. But no, it's a different thing, man. It is all of this. You can tell if you don't think it's different. Just do my job for a week and watch 10 different acts come in here and watch how every one of them. We're all in music business together, and we're all doing the same thing. And watch how different they are. Weirdos. Crazy people. You got to be nuts to be in this business. And no disrespect to Roger and Heather, but they got to be about half nuts as well to put up with us. So we got to run, everybody. God bless you all for supporting the Orange Blossom Opry. And as I always say, come and see us at the Orange Blossom Opry. You'll be glad you did.